Hello, mamas. I'm your host, B, and welcome back to another episode. Before I became a mom, I thought parenting was mostly about what I would teach my child. I teach kindness, good manners, respect, confidence. I'd read the books, explain life's lessons, and hopefully raise a kind human along the way. But somewhere between the snack negotiations, the bedtime routines, and the endless chorus of, Mommy, watch this, I realized something that was both beautiful and a little terrifying. My child is always watching, not just listening, watching. Watching how I react when I spill my coffee, watching how I speak to the cashier at the grocery store, watching how I respond when things don't go according to plan, watching how I treat myself. And honestly, that realization changed me because children don't just hear our words, they absorb our habits. They notice the little things we think they are too young to understand, like the way we sigh when we are overwhelmed, the way we smile at strangers, the way we comfort someone who's having a hard day, or the way we criticize ourselves in front of the mirror. I used to think my child was learning through my advice. Now I think they're learning just as much through my examples, which is slightly concerning because toddlers are like tiny copy and paste machines. One day, I caught my child pretending to wipe the kitchen counter exactly the way I do. I stood there thinking, oh, that's so cute. And then I realized if they are copying that, what else are they copying? Probably my dance moves, which for everyone's sake, I hope not. But in all seriousness, children notice far more than we give them credit for. And that isn't meant to make us feel guilty. It's meant to remind us that small moments matter. I hope my child learns kindness by watching me choose kindness, even when it's inconvenient. Holding the door open, saying thank you, offering patience instead of judgment. Not because I'm trying to perform goodness, but because that's the kind of person I hope to be. I hope my child learns that mistakes are part of life. Not because I'll never make them, I definitely will. I've burned dinners, forgotten the little things, lost my patience, said things I wished I'd said differently. But I hope my child sees something even more important, that it's okay to say, I'm sorry. I don't ever want my child to believe that being an adult means pretending to have it all together. I hope they grow up knowing that strong people apologize, strong people learn, strong people keep trying. I hope my child learns resilience, not because life will always be easy. It won't. There will be disappointments, heartbreaks, days that don't go according to plan. I can't protect my child from every difficult moment, but I can show them what it looks like to get back up, to take a deep breath, to begin again. And maybe that's enough. One thing I've become especially aware of is how I speak to myself. Have you ever caught yourself saying something about yourself that you would never say to your child? I look terrible today. I'm such an idiot. I can't do anything right. I've done it, more than I'd like to admit. But then I imagine my child repeating those same words about themselves someday, and suddenly they don't sound harmless anymore. It reminds me that self compassion isn't just a gift we give ourselves, it's something we model. I want my child to learn that it's okay to be imperfect because perfection is exhausting and honestly impossible. I hope they see a mom who laughs at herself, who can admit when she's wrong, who doesn't have all the answers, who keeps learning, who keeps growing. One of the things I hope my child remembers most isn't a perfectly clean house. Because, let's be honest, if you've ever cleaned the living room while your toddler followed behind you, redistributing every toy they own, you know that's a losing battle. I hope they remember laughter. I hope they remember dance parties in the kitchen, warm hugs after hard days, books before bedtime, conversations at the dinner table. The feeling that home was a place where they were deeply loved, not because everything was perfect, but because love lived there. Maybe that's the legacy we are really building. Not perfection, not flawless parenting, but a home where grace is normal, where apologies are welcome, where kindness is practiced, where joy is shared, where everyone, including mom, is allowed to be human. At the end of the day, I don't need my child to remember that I had all the answers. I hope they remember that I showed up, that I loved with my whole heart, that I tried, that I listened, that I kept growing right alongside them. Because maybe that's what parenting has been about all along. Not raising perfect children, not being perfect parents, but becoming the kind of people we hope our children will one day become. Thank you for tuning in. Before you go, I want to leave you with one question. If your child described you years from now, what would you hope they say they learned from watching you? Please follow me on Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify. And remember, be kind to yourself. Your little one is learning something beautiful every time they see you choose love over perfection.